What's up, guys? So as you guys already know, Intel had been stagnant for many years with their quad-core processors and simply boosted the clock speed year after year. However, after Ryzen was released, Intel started to feel the heat and they released their Coffee Lake processors early, and of course they added 2 cores. This move was able to help Intel steal back some market share from AMD, but due to unavailable stock and not as much performance for the dollar, many people still stuck with Ryzen. And with the Ryzen 2 just around the corner, the war is long from over for Intel. In the past, Intel has never upped core count 2 generations in a row, but these circumstances may be an exception. Due to this, the upcoming Intel i7-9700K from the Cannonlake series may possess 8 cores and 16 threads. The i5-9600K and i3-9350K could also support hyper-threading, thus leaving it with 6 cores and 12 threads for the i5 and 4 cores and 8 threads for the i3. This would be very interesting because in this scenario, the i5-9600K would be just as powerful as the previous year's flagship i7-8700K, and the i3-9350K would be just as good as the flagship 7700K, which is just a flagship just a little more than a year ago. It is also expected for it to jump onto the 10nm process, with Intel staying on the 14nm process for many years now. So, should you wait for Cannonlake? Well, first, let's start with the i3-9350K. I don't think this will actually have 4 cores and 8 threads, but I doubt Intel would want to make such a recent processor like the 7700K obsolete unless Ryzen 2 really brings something to the table, but that probably won't happen. If anything, I believe that the i3 may be upgraded to 6 cores and 6 threads, but honestly, even then, I don't think it is worth waiting 9 or more months for this CPU because the i5-8600K is pretty much identical to this and not much more expensive, and you can get that right now. Intel probably will bring a new chipset and force you to buy a new motherboard due to the new process. As a result, if you think you could save some money by waiting for the i3 instead of buying the i5 right now, then that's probably not going to happen, because then the Z370 boards will be heavily discounted because they aren't the flagship platform anymore. As a result, an i5-8600K plus a Z370 motherboard then will be almost equal in price and performance to an i3-9350K plus a Z470 motherboard. So, I don't think there's any reason to wait for the i3-9350K. Next, will the i5-9600K have hyper-threading and 6 cores? Well, this could very well happen, but again, this won't really save you any money or give you any more performance than the current i7-8700K would. So I would just recommend you to go with the i8700K instead of waiting for 9 months. Finally, the 9700K. This one is the most interesting. It's really hard to tell what Intel will do, especially because Ryzen 2 hasn't come out yet. In the past, we've seen that Intel likes to match or exceed core count from their competitors, as with the Skylake X series and AMD's Threadripper. So they may want to get 8 cores onto this chip, but is it really worth waiting for that? Well, that really depends on your circumstances. Do you really need that much power? If you are a professional user, then you're probably making money from whatever you do, like graphic design, web design, or YouTube videos or whatever. Whatever this may be, spending some extra cash right now could increase your productivity right now, and you will probably have made up for the loss using your increased productivity by just going on to the Intel Skylake X series platform. If you are a gamer, you might as well get the 8700K because nowadays the CPU is not the bottleneck, so 2 cores won't really help you. In my opinion, the only people who should wait for this are the people who don't really need an upgrade. All of you guys who can wait till the end of this year with what you have now, then you guys should definitely consider waiting for the 9700K. Even if it doesn't have a core count boost, it wouldn't really matter for you because you weren't really sacrificing anything by waiting for it. Finally, if you want to get onto the 10nm process, then don't wait because that really is not going to make a difference, and it's probably going to have bugs at launch. Overall, I think Intel has a great lineup right now and that there is no real reason to wait for Cannonlake. There will always be something new coming out, and just because there is something better doesn't mean your PC is not as good suddenly. Your chip will still give you the same performance, and in most cases, that's more than you will need. If you really need performance, then you wouldn't be watching this video. You would have just bought the chip already. As a result, Just go with Coffee Lake if you're starting a new build and if you need to upgrade really badly. If you don't really need to upgrade, then maybe consider waiting for cannonlake or even just till Ryzen 2, which is a much smaller weight. If you guys are interested in if you should wait for Ryzen 2, then make sure to click on the link in the description below and check out my video on that as well. Well guys, that's all I have for you guys this time. If you guys like this video, make sure to drop a like on this video. I would really like to see what you guys are thinking, so make sure to post those in the comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification if you would like to see more videos just like this. But that's all I have for you guys this time, and until next video, bye.